Well, Bryson Harris of Clarinda, champion Hawkeye 10 conference tournament. Bryson, this is a tough conference, so obviously it's a tough conference to win, but you do it. Thoughts on the day?
I thought I wrestled really well. Got my good warm-up in. Just went out there and did what I did.
You've been wrestling at a different level lately. You had a strong showing last week at John Jay. You win today. What has been the key for you, and where's this come from?
Really just keeping the pace up, doing my moves. Just keeping the pace up, really.
Your finals match, you get a takedown late. It was a low-scoring match. You're able to get in on a shot in the final moments. Take us through it and what you were seeing offensively.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure where I was going to go there in the last 30 seconds. I saw an opportunity to shoot, and I took it. Good things happened from there.
Seems like you're a pretty defensive-minded wrestler, so speak to the patience you have to have offensively and kind of overall your style.
Yeah, the way I wrestle, I don't really like giving up opportunities for them to score on me. So that's why most of my matches are low scoring. So I just try to keep it minimal for them scoring on me.
Aside from winning a conference title, what's the one thing you like the most about your performance today?
Definitely just in that last match, seeing that opportunity to get that leg right there and scoring the last two I needed.
That's the second week in a row now where you found a way to win a tight match. Are you comfortable in those types of matches?
Yeah, I don't really worry. Just conditioning and practice really helped. I'm not really tired by the third period at all. Just definitely the conditioning helped me out.
Performing well heading into postseason. How are you feeling as we get ready for districts?
I'm feeling good. Just going to keep working my moves and doing my thing.
What's it going to take for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish in postseason?
Keep working hard, keeping pace up in practice.
Well, Atlantic's Aiden Smith, one of the champions here today at the Hawkeye 10. Aiden, that's 3 for you now here at this tournament. Thoughts and takeaways from today?
I did a great job just going out there, wrestling hard and giving it to my all, and just got to my moves quick and came out on top.
Your finals match against Drew Anderson, I was really intrigued by that one coming in, and you took care of business. Speak to that match and what you did well.
I just went out there. Me and Drew go to the same club, so I knew he was a tough opponent. I knew how to go out there, wrestle my match. I wrestled tough and just kept wrestling through positions, so that helped me in the long run.
You got a takedown like 10 seconds in. How big was that for you to be able to settle in?
Me personally, getting the first takedown is everything. I feel like that sets the match, gets my pace going, and makes me feel good about myself.
Offensively, what did you like about your performance today and throughout the finals?
Just staying on them, going 100% the entire match, and just going hard.
So you win a third. We watched Vinny today win a fourth. I know you've got other goals between now and then and bigger goals, but I'm sure that's something you got in your mind for next year.
Oh yeah, come out here, just wrestle hard and get another conference title.
This year I know you're aiming for a state title. You were really close last year. We're into the postseason now. What's it going to take for you to get where you want to go?
Just a lot of hard work in the room. Not just me, but helping push my teammates and them help push me, and hopefully it pays off and I do get a state.
Well, Carter Schorsch of Lewis Central, a Hawkeye 10 conference champion here today. Carter, a heck of a showing for you. What are the takeaways and thoughts on it?
I wrestled really good. We all bumped up to try and win the team title, but we fell a little short. So we were all bumping up a weight. That was a little tough, but you just got to wrestle.
You were in what I felt like was the most interesting bracket of the day because there were 5 or 6 really good wrestlers. When you saw that bracket, what was the strategy that you had to carry in?
I wrestled all of them already, so I knew how to wrestle all of them, and you just got to scrap. Just wrestle hard, do your stuff you like to do.
Definitely had to scrap in that finals match with Kyler Sandholm of Red Oak. Take us kind of through it from your perspective and what you feel like was the key for you.
Oh, that kid's a good wrestler, really strong, really scrambly and everything. So I just had to wrestle smart, wrestle my match, and do stuff that worked for me.
Just enough offense to get it done. Where'd that offense come from?
I was finding my high crotch and my reshots, snap down, all that stuff.
So we get into the postseason. How are you feeling? What do things look like for you?
I got some good goals. I want to win districts and then place a state. I think that's really attainable for me. And then we got one more duel against Riverside, Underwood, and maybe another school.
Well, Xander Mans and Weston Porter of Lewis Central, champions here today at the Hawkeye 10 tournament. Xander, we'll start with you. You're a conference champion. What are the thoughts and takeaways from today?
Mostly just going out there, staying on my attacks and following through. Don't hang in ties and keep the match going.
To win a match that didn't go your way earlier in the year, how does that feel to be able to avenge a loss?
A lot of adjustments being made. Gotta keep it up. Just going back to the practice room and getting better every day.
The first time you wrestled Tay, it was an overtime loss. Anything you took away or learned from that match that you took into this one?
Yeah, so I had noticed that he likes, when I hung in ties, he scored off of them a lot. Great wrestler, and then I made an adjustment on not hanging in ties and going to my attack right away and scoring.
In that finals match, speak to what you did well and your takeaways from it.
Mostly moving my feet. Like I said, when I get to an attack, score right away, and then keep the match, expanding the lead, and keep my head in the match, not getting any distractions.
Got a pretty good freshman year. How do you feel it's gone, though?
I think it's going great. I think I could improve on some things. Improve on some things. That's about it.
As we get into the postseason, what's it going to take for you to do what you want to do?
Working hard, getting back into the room, keep working. Still adjustments to be made, and yeah.
We'll go over to Weston now. Weston, you had a heck of a match and you get the win. What are the thoughts and takeaways from today?
I thought I did pretty good, but just got to get to my attacks more and shots. But other than that, I thought it was pretty good.
Braxton ties it late. You're able to get an escape. Take us through kind of that flurry and what's going through your mind there in that moment.
I was just thinking I needed to get out and just keep the pace up until I won.
Got to some shots early. Offensively, what was the key for you today, and what did you do well?
My underhooks, I really like getting to those, and I've been working on those a lot. So.
Your freshman year has been going really well from an outsider's perspective. How do you feel it's gone?
I feel like it's gone pretty good, but there's always something to improve on, and for me, I think that's just getting to my shots.
Your brother had a phenomenal career. Is there any sort of, having watched that, and probably looking up to him, is there any sort of added pressure, expectation you put on yourself of hey, he won a state title his freshman year, he did this, or do you just try to do your own thing?
A little bit, but I mostly try to do my own thing, but he's always, in the back of my mind, I want to be better than him, so.
What's the one thing, be tough to do, but you're off to a good start. What's the one thing you liked about your performance today?
Getting my attacks, keeping the pressure on, and yeah.
Thoughts heading into the postseason? What do you have to do to have success?
Just keep getting my attacks and just keep working as hard as I can to improve.
Vinny Mayberry of Glenwood joins the lead company today with his fourth Hawkeye 10 conference title. Vinny, nice day for you, obviously a nice accomplishment. Overall, thoughts on the day?
I'm happy the way I wrestled. I'm happy the way I performed, but there were some people in this bracket that I wanted to wrestle that weren't here today, but deal with what you're dealt with and got it done.
Dominant finals match. Never really in danger. You get takedown early on. You control it from there. What worked today?
Just creating angles and working on top. There's a lot of time on top this offseason, so it's been working.
4 conference titles now.
Yep.
That's something I think only 20 people have ever done. Only 2 people from Glenwood have ever done. To join that group, what does that mean?
I didn't know it was that little, so it's awesome, yeah. It's awesome to be part of those big names.
Coming in, how did you try to attack the chance to win a 4th? There's something you just don't think about, you just go out and wrestle your match, or what was the approach for you?
It was on the back of my mind, but it's just one match at a time. One person in front of me, that's it.
What's the one thing you liked the most about your performance today?
Just being with the team. The team I have this year we're a big family, so I like having those guys behind me.
Fun stretch coming up, of course, regional duels Tuesday,
Yep.
Districts on the way as well. What's it going to take for you and your team to do what you guys want to do?
Just keep getting better and scoring points.
Glenwood's Matt Beam, a conference champion here today. Matt, a strong showing for you. Thoughts on the day?
I mean, it was a good day. Got to my leg attack, scored, and just put them away.
Yeah, speak to offensively and maybe defensively as well, what you were able to do throughout the day.
I mean, I was able to create my own offense and create offense off of their scores. So, I mean, overall, it was a pretty good day.
Offensively, in the finals match, you were in control the entire way. What was the plan going into the finals versus how things played out?
I mean, playing in the finals was just get to my attacks before he got to his, and I got mine, and I scored, and I ended it.
2 conference titles for you. To be a multi-time champion. What does that mean?
Oh, I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's hard, really hard to be a multi-time conference champ and Hawkeye 10. I know there's a lot of history with that, so it's kind of cool.
I know it's been, you're undefeated. I know you've been in and out of the lineup at different times this year, but speak to how your season is going and where you feel like you're headed as we get ready for the postseason.
I mean, I've wrestled a lot better this year, a lot more matches. I feel I'm a lot more prepared for come state time, a lot more conditioning. Mentally, I'm just there.
What's the one thing you like the most in your arsenal or about your skill set as we get ready for the postseason?
One thing that I like the most is my down block go behinds and my underhook offense. I'd say it's stellar. So.
You know what it takes to wrestle on Saturday night because you've done it before. To get there and finish higher, what's it going to take?
It's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take my coaches to push me and get better every day in the practice room.
Well, Glenwood's Kellen Scott among the champions here today at the Hawkeye 10 Conference Tournament. Kellen, what a win for you, and you're a conference champion. How does that sound, and what are the thoughts on today?
It feels really good. I lost to him earlier in the year and by 1 point. And to be able to go out there and avenge that loss and get a win towards the end of the season felt really good.
Anything you take away from that first loss that you feel like helped you today?
Just sticking with my baseline defense. The first match, I really didn't. I was just trying to work my defense that isn't baseline. And
it felt like this was a really defensive-minded match. You get takedown early, and then other than that, there wasn't a ton of offense. I think he got a takedown as well, but speak to your defense and what you did well in that regard today.
I've struggled a little bit getting on my offense this year, so I've been more patient getting on my offense and picking the right shots, and being able to do good on my defense has helped me a lot.
Take down to the final moments, win it. Take me through. I mean, it was hectic to watch. I can only imagine what's going through your mind at that moment. Take me through it.
We got on our feet. It was 4-4, and then took him down with like 20 seconds left, and I got behind, and I was just holding on for dear life.
Speak to the move to win it. What did you see there, and what kind of happened there?
I kind of just did some like arm spin thing, and then went around behind and threw a leg in and held on to him.
Yeah, not a move that you see a lot, definitely in that situation. When you hit a move like that to win a match like this, how does that feel?
Feels good. Feels good.
So looking ahead now, regional duels Tuesday night, postseason coming up. What's the approach and the expectations for you going forward?
Just keep working hard in the room, drilling hard, wrestling with my coaches, just staying confident in myself.
Well, another impressive day for Mason Kohler of Glenwood. He's the champion at 215 here at the Hawkeye 10 Conference Tournament. Mason, you get the conference title. Thoughts on the day?
I mean, came out with a victory. I'm very pleased with how I did. Got a long way to go till the end of the season. I'm looking forward to state.
Finals match. You were in control. I know there were a couple kind of dicey moments. Take us through it and what you did well.
I really worked on my offense really well. I feel like I dominated a lot on top, didn't give them any chances to do anything swirly or get out on bottom.
It's all postseason from here. So how much of a tournament like this is about kind of fine-tuning and shoring up things as we get into the postseason?
It's the Hawkeye 10 championship. I obviously wanted to win, but really just seeing how I stack up at the end of the season and preparing for these tough guys to wrestle just really feels great.
Tough bracket. You think back to last year, you had a really tough bracket and you don't win. To be on the good side of a tough bracket this year, how does that feel?
It feels amazing. I'm extremely happy. Came out as a championship, so yeah.
What's the one thing about your performance today that you like the most?
I really like the way that I worked to my offense. I really did what I wanted, and I really feel like I kind of dominated the day.
Along the lines of getting ready for the postseason now, how are you feeling and what do you have to do to have the success you want to have?
Work extremely hard in practice, get my conditioning even better than it already is, and just keep dominating.
Well, another impressive day for Shenandoah as they get 3 Hawkeye 10 conference champions today. We'll start with Owen Laughlin. Owen, you go back-to-back now, 2 conference titles. How are you feeling?
It feels good. This one's a little bit more special. Our team did a lot better this year, so that was cool.
Having won it last year, was there any sort of like added expectation or pressure you put on yourself coming into it?
Not really. I mean, I knew I'd have to just come out and wrestle. I had a tough opponent in the finals, so I knew I'd have to just focus on that and try to win.
Yeah, state-rated matchup, and you're able to do your thing and get the win. Take us through that match and what you did well.
We've wrestled once before this year. I just knew that if I'm on my offense and I just keep working, I could get the fall.
What was your offense today, you feel like?
Just on my feet, just getting takedowns, just constantly going.
How much of today is about kind of fine-tuning and getting ready for the big stretch that's coming up?
It's really big. Like you said, it's 7 versus 4 in the rankings, so he's obviously going to be at state. And I'll have tough matches just like that, so you got to keep working.
You've had a heck of a year. I know it's not done yet, but what are the thoughts as we get into the postseason?
Just keep doing my thing. That's about it.
Go over to Jacob. Dominant showing for you as well. Thoughts on your performance?
I thought I did pretty good. A lot of offense, a lot of top moves, trying to keep everything in line.
Speak to that offense. What was going well for you today?
Just like a lot of my shots, I couldn't really hit my slide bys a whole lot. A lot of snap downs were working, front headlock situations, they're all really good.
Kind of a similar question that I asked Owen. How much of like this time of year now is about just honing in on things and fine-tuning stuff for the postseason?
Yeah, I'd say that's a really big part of this part of the season. This part of the season is really nerve-wracking for a lot of people, but you got to keep your mindset the same as you have the whole year.
Dominant showing your finals match. I guess kind of walk us through it and what stood out to you.
Really having only 2 matches today was kind of a bummer, but a lot of warming up. My snaps were working good. Front headlock offense. Really wasn't a whole lot of defense. A lot of top moves, tilts, and then I eventually could get the pin.
Go over to Jaden. You're a conference champion. How does that sound? How does that feel?
It feels amazing. Just really great for me and the whole team.
If I remember, I think your brother maybe lost in the finals in the conference tournament. So there's a little bit of bragging rights that you have now, saying like, "Hey, I'm the only Dickerson that's won a conference title."
Yeah, it's going to be great to brag to him.
You get taken down early in your finals match, and I'm sure you're pretty familiar with Dominic over the years, but from there you were in control. How did that kind of regroup things for you getting taken down?
Just wanted to work on my bottom position and just move around as much as I can and fight his hands. And then once I grabbed his head, just moved quick and rode him over.
I think it was the Riverside tournament. You got taken down early too, right? And you come back and win. So again, kind of elaborate on like when you get taken down, does it just bring out a different level in you the rest of the match?
Yeah, it just brings out like working on my defense and my offense and stuff on the bottom. And just moving as much as I can and like working with the hands to moving out of the way.
Offensively, what's the one thing you like the most about your performance today?
Working on top and just getting the positions that I want to pin them.
Thoughts heading into the postseason?
Just work harder and keep pushing the whole team and everyone pushing me.
Well, another impressive team showing for Creston as they win the Hawkeye 10 conference title. Austin Evans and Max Chapman among the champions today for the Panthers. Austin, we'll start with you. First off, as won another team title, I think 3rd in 4 years. How does that feel? What are the thoughts on that?
It's good. It's always good to come in here and get a team title and to show that those kids that get knocked off early and come back and get 3rd, that really shows the true grit that this team has to not give up and fight for the guy next to them.
Max, your thoughts on another team title?
I just think it really shows, just speaks volumes up to the program we have, the fight that is instilled in our kids, from day one as a freshman. A lot of these kids have been working day in, day out, year after year to get to where they are, a lot of kids on our team. And I really just think it shows the true grit that this team possesses.
finals match against Carson Downey of Clarinda. He bumped up. I think you wrestled him at one point earlier this year.
Yep.
Tell me about the second time around and maybe what you took away from the first time.
Me and Carson are pretty close. It was another one of those things where I just went out and I wrestled my best match. Didn't necessarily feel like there was a lot of pressure because me and Carson are pretty good friends. So it was like go out there and just have a fun match against one of my buddies. It was really just staying focused on the goal too. Healthy balance between those. But exciting to win a Hawkeye 10 title nonetheless.
Get a takedown early. How big was that to strike first?
I think it kind of set the tone of the match. That I'm going to come out here and I am going to score. I was going to work my butt off to do whatever I had to, even if it means a back trip as a clumsy heavyweight to their back. It's whatever it takes to win.
Go over to Austin. Dominant day at the office for you. What are your takeaways from your performance today?
It's just go with the flow, do what you can do, and do what I do best, score a lot of points, and have fun at this part of the season.
Tech fall in your finals match. Take us through what was working for you and what you feel like you did well to make that happen.
I just got to my attacks, and then I felt like I was dominant on top. I hit a lot of different turns, and that's what worked best for me. And then quick ending, and that's how it went.
Recently cutting down from 44. Tell me what that process has been like and how you're feeling with that right now.
I feel good. I feel a lot stronger at 44 than I did 50, and my weight cut was good and everything went good, so I think I'm going to stay down there.
All right, Coach. Lewis Central made you guys earn it, but win a conference title. What are the thoughts on that?
There was some really, I don't want to say concerning, but some matches I thought we could have got that didn't, but then there's also some matches that we lost earlier in the year that we won, so that was really refreshing to see. And Lewis Central is loaded in with their younger kids and lower weights, so not surprised that they were right there and Glenwood not too far behind them. So it was a nice team race and a fun race. We pushed each other all day.
Where do you feel the difference was for your team today in the grand scheme of things?
The consolation round, the consolation semifinal round, where if you lose, you go for 56. If you win, you go for third and fourth. And we had a great round there, and a lot of them with bonus points. So if I had to point to one thing, that was probably the difference in the tournament.
This is a good conference. To win it like 4 years out of 5, what does that mean?
I don't know. I told the kids, you don't take it for granted. It's a tough conference to win. When I was in high school, I don't know if our team ever won it. We were always right there. It's tough. And Lewis Central's on the rise, and Glenwood's got a great squad. Atlantic's got some good young kids. Shenandoah's on the rise. Then all the individuals for the other teams. So definitely, I think our conference if it was a stock, it's a buy, and to win it means a lot.
On the mat, what'd you like today from your guys?
Yeah, again, I don't think anybody gave up. I thought we were fighting to the end. Avenging some losses earlier in the year, and we had a pretty decent last round. That's how we judge our day. Like when you're wrestling your equal seed. So I thought our fight was good and our effort was good. Now we got to turn around quick for Tuesday.
Yeah, regional duels Tuesday. District's coming up in a couple weeks. Where do you feel you guys are right now?
I feel pretty good about it. I think we've wrestled pretty well the last 2 weeks. We've had some weather challenges. I feel like we've cleared all those hurdles and just continue to get better. So I feel good. But again, we got a very capable Carroll and Winterset teams coming in here Tuesday night. So we got to turn around quick, get the soreness out tomorrow, and be ready to go for a good practice Monday. And we're at home. We can't wait. It should be a great atmosphere with 3 good teams.